according to the Northern Group, Arewa Group, Shettima said, Nnamdi KANU, it is dangerous to release IPOB leader. Arewa Youth President Shettima has, lamented and also released the leadership of Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, Arewa Group, says and also warned against releasing Nnamdi KANU, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. National President of Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, Shettima, has warned that more Kanus would erupt and also emerge to further complicate the insecurity situation in the country if the IPOB leader is released. Wow, I don't understand these northern people. They are so gullible. Why will you say that it is Nnamdi KANU that is, causing insecurity in the country? I believe there is this saying that says before you remove the beam in someone's eyes, you should rather remove the log of wood or log of dirt in your own eyes before removing from someone's eyes, because they will leave what is bedeviling them in the north in general. In the southern region, how many states is facing a state of emergency? How many states in the southern region have been, de-radicalized, or rather has been shut down? Telecommunication has been shut down in Zamfara. So many government reforms have been shut down. So many things are not even going well. Economic meltdown in the northern region. They are not facing that. They said Nnamdi KANU is the one causing insecurity. How is the narrative clear? We don't really understand. He says he's warning that more Kanus will emerge to further complicate insecurity situation in the country if the IPOB leader is being released. Okay, when Nnamdi KANU was not even kidnapped or arrested by this government, was there any chaos? There was no chaos except in the northern region. And even if Nnamdi KANU, as it is still in detention, we are still having, so many killings, dropping of jets and so many other atrocities that have been committed by these bandits or Boko Haram and the terrorists. So Nnamdi KANU shouldn't be the problem of Nigeria. Shettima, who spoke to Daily Post, said allowing Nnamdi KANU to go unpunished would be harmful to Nigeria and the federal government. Well, I don't know what he really means by being unpunished. Nnamdi KANU has not really done anything against the government. So, has Nnamdi KANU killed anybody? Has Nnamdi KANU gone to the north to instruct the Boko Haram to kill the soldiers? I believe they are trying to change the narrative for the international community or international organization that is borrowing them money to know that it's Nnamdi KANU that is causing the havoc. Well, they that are in the international organization, they are not gullible as the so-called Fulani people or the northern elites are, because they believe they know what is obtainable. He was reacting to President Muhammadu Buhari's remark that he would consider the IPOB leaders' release. That is what is paining them. The IPOB leader would be considered to be released by Buhari. Buhari had made the remark during a meeting with some Southeast leaders under the aegis of highly respected Igbo greats, led by First Republic parliamentarian and Minister of Aviation, Chief Mbazuli Amechi, at the State House Assembly in Abuja. Amechi pleaded with the president to release Nnamdi KANU rather than opt for military actions. Responding, Buhari, who promised to consider their appeal, however, noted that an unconditional release of KANU runs contrary to the doctrine of separation of powers between the executive and the judiciary. Okay, they are giving us quoting constitution or quoting law for us. When they wanted to go and kidnap Nnamdi KANU, there was no law, there was no constitution then. Now it's telling us that he said he's promising and considering the appeal. That he also noted that an unconditional release of KANU runs contrary to the doctrine of separation of powers. What does it really mean by separation of powers? If you are telling us separation of powers, when you wanted to go and borrow money, there was no separation of power. You only went with so-called impunity because you believe you are an incumbent president. When Malami was ordering this so-called DSS to go and invade Nnamdi Kanu's home, there was no separation of power. But as it is, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. There was no separation of power. Malami acted in his own volition, kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu and came back and announced that Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested. How? What was the effect to the arrest? And meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to be heard in court for over 3 times now. The court has adjourned the case, and there is no evidence, against Nnamdi Kanu. So those that are telling Buhari or advising Buhari not to release Nnamdi Kanu, I believe ICC is waiting for all of them come 2023. They will only put Buhari, in front and start, pushing him to do all sorts. But when ICC come, they will disengage and they will say no, it's Buhari that is leading the country, so he should stand to defend himself. Definitely. Well, as gullible as Buhari is, he might be might be acting to their bid, but as it is, however, Shettima stressed that Kanu's release would undermine what he has done to Nigeria. Well, I don't really understand what Nnamdi Kanu has really done to Nigeria or what the effect of IPOB is on Nigeria. So except if they want to tell us that Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho are heavyweight champion that are disturbing the peace of the country. So why is their matter so very, very important that they are deliberating on? Because I believe Nnamdi Kanu is the one, is not the one, or Sunday Igboho is not the one that inflated the prices of goods and commodity in market. Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho are the ones that made dollar to rise to that palpable and unimaginable height. I believe Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho are the ones, controlling the Boko Haram, and also Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho were the one who killed or who dropped the so-called the former chief of army staff. They killed him. I don't know how these people think. Well, according to Shettima, he said there is the possibility of undermining the consequences of what this man called Nnamdi Kanu did to the country, and by implication, if he is allowed to go unpunished, it will be sending the wrong message. And nobody in the history of this country has done more damage to this country since the civil war than this young man. Well, I believe according to this Shettima, I'm not the one saying it, I'm giving reference to what Shettima has just said. I may not be able to read whatever he has said, but as it is, I'm very furious. But I will leave you in the hands of the comment section. Let me see what people are reacting about. So many people, I believe they might be political bigot, but as it is, according to somebody says Oga Odumu, he must publicly renounce his Biafran agitation on TV. Okay, that is what somebody is saying. Well, somebody saying you are saying it's dangerous to release Nnamdi Kanu, but it is not dangerous to release Boko Haram members when arrested. Is that the point you are making? May God punish you and your generation yet unborn. Animal and a parasite like you call the Fulani. Well, I believe you don't really understand. Shettima, how many times did I call you? I'm not from Igbo, but it is better you release Kanu or Nigeria, and even you will burn. Don't you love the peace we are enjoying now? Since Anambra election, are you wiser than Buhari that promised to release Kanu? Buhari is not wise, so if he is wise, he will not promise to release Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, he would rather release Nnamdi Kanu immediately. He does not need to promise. Shettima, you are a fool at 40. You can't read the handwriting on the wall. Keep in and face the consequences, Mumu. Well, definitely, I believe most of them do not understand, because the international community now has given them ultimatum to see to the NSAS panel, the panel report. They should see to it. And meanwhile, the handwriting has been written already that Nnamdi Kanu has done nothing to deserve the detained. Being detained rather in the custody of the DSS, because 3 times as it is now, Nnamdi Kanu case was adjourned. And in other words, according to Nnamdi Kanu's international lawyer, the white man that was complaining that 5 times has he been rejected to enter the courtroom, that he has said it that the judiciary system of Nigeria has compromised. The meaning of that compromise is that they can't do things on their own. They believe in somebody, which is, I believe, Malami, who has been given control, given order to everyone. As it is, he said he's going to report this so-called Nigeria to international panel, international criminal court will see to it. Well, if Shettima likes it or not, he should listen, or he should see the handwriting on the wall, and if he likes, let him, start saying whatever he wants to say. These so gullible Fulani people, and most of them, they should be counting themselves to be arrested by the ICC rather. Because come 2023, we'll see the whole ball game entirely. Well, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. I would like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.